Hey everybody, it's Colby Mills with the Mills team at Keller Williams. Today we're going to talk about the February market update, what we saw here in real estate in North Texas for the month of February 2021. As normal, we start off with the number of units sold. Now, I know that you see a lot of red on there, but the main reason is because you've heard us talk about this over and over the past several months, how we have a lack of inventory. And when there's not enough units to be out, when there's not enough units out there to be sold, you're going to see decreases in the number of units sold. So we are seeing some pretty big decreases from February 2020 to February 2021. No surprise here, mainly because of the lack of inventory. The next thing we look at is the median sales price. As you can see here, if you've been in the market or if you've been following us, you've been seeing that we have had huge increases in median sales price year over year. And it's been that way probably for the last year. And it's been really aggressive the past several months. As you can see, February over February, on average, over 14% increase in median sales price, which is absolutely huge. Typically, we're looking 2, 3, 4%. We're seeing 14.2. That just shows that the property values are still continuing to increase. And honestly, I don't see it slowing down in the very near future. The next thing we look at, months of inventory on hand. We've been talking about it in all these. You're going to see as we go through these slides, not much has changed. It's still a very strong seller's market. We still have very limited inventory, just about a month and a half on hand for North Texas. Again, whenever we don't have these listings that are available, our inventory is going to be less. The number of units sold are going to be less, and so it is going to be a strong seller's market. The next thing we look at is how quick properties are moving, the days on market. On the whole, 32 days faster, a whole month faster than this time last year. Properties are pretty much getting listed. Within a couple of days, they're going under contract and closing within 30 to 45 days after that. So it is still, things are moving fast, especially compared this time last year to this time this year. Last thing we look at is the closed price to list price ratio. Again, 100% list price to or closed price to list price ratio in Tarrant, Collin, and Denton counties. Big increases for the remaining counties that we look at. You've probably seen stories where properties are going above ask price for thousands of dollars above. In some markets, other markets in Texas, the Austin market, I know that they are seeing huge increases in their closed price to list price. People offering $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 above list. It is very aggressive, and we're going to continue seeing that for at least the next couple of months. Now, people ask me all the time, what do you think is going to happen in the coming months? And to be honest with you, if I had a guaranteed know that here's what's going to happen, boy, I'd be wealthy. The reality is I don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. We are starting to see interest rates start to creep up. I had a talk with a great a great lender friend of mine last week, Michelle Castle at Guild Mortgage, and she is saying that she's been seeing the increase in interest rates no longer in the mid to upper twos. We're now back into the threes. She doesn't suspect that we'll see the twos for quite a while, that it's going to continue increasing every little bit. So rates are going to continue to increase the rest of this year. Inventory, as far as are we going to get any relief there? Really, we don't know. I know the administration, the presidential administration right now, they're looking at different bills to pass for foreclosure or forbearance relief, and there's just a lot of unknowns at this time as to, are they going to extend the forbearance? Are they going to cut it off in April? Really, we don't know 100% yet. And also, a lot of people are asking, well, is this going to be like 2008 and 9 where we see a big influx of foreclosures? I don't necessarily think we're going to see that, especially if they extend the forbearance past April. Now, what happened in 8 and 9 were bad loans being written the previous years where there was no equity in the homes and you had depreciating values. Well, as you can see here, our values are appreciating and people have a lot of equity. And with these forbearances, lenders are offering a few different options for people that are in forbearance. They're allowing them to pay a lump sum when they come out of forbearance. They're allowing them to kind of spread it out over a few months. Even some are allowing them to tack it on at the end of the loan. So they're not necessarily, their first step is not necessarily we're going to foreclose on everybody. So it really, it kind of depends on what that situation looks like. And of course, the economy, we see rising prices in fuel, other commodities, our household staple items, those are starting to increase as well. So really, we're not sure what's going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months. But I think for the next 3 to 4 months, we're still going to have a pretty tight inventory, a very strong seller's market, at least here in North Texas. It's still going to be very competitive. And so you're going to probably see these prices still increase for the foreseeable future. Now, that could all change. You never know, especially with what Congress may or may not do. There's a lot of unknowns still, but for right now, I don't see a lot changing as far as the strong seller's market that we're in. Now, if you have a particular property you're interested in, or a neighborhood or a city that I cover counties here, but if you want to get a little bit hyper local and get more drilled down into a specific area, reach out to me or my team. We'll be happy to pull comps for you, show you kind of what you can expect to get for your house right now, how fast it'll go, and ultimately find you another place. So I appreciate you taking the time today to watch this market update. Share it with a friend or family member. Let them know what's going on in their area. We're here to help any way we can. Until next month, y'all have a great day. God bless.